and meditation is you just show up as you are. And so thank you all for just showing up as you are, putting in the time, energy, and effort into your practice. And we'll just simply just start in a comfortable seat, shifting gears from the hustle and the bustle of the day, moving out of the rat race and into this quiet place and this space that you're going to create in between your thoughts. A little bit of space in between you and maybe everything else that's going on around you right now. And as you close your eyes, just start to notice how you're breathing. Just showing up as you are. Not looking to change anything, just, again, creating a space for awareness. So a couple tips here. You can lengthen out to your spine, lift your chest, draw your shoulders back. Top of the head will rise up to the sky. And if you want to, start to engage that 3-part breath as you breathe into your belly, your ribs, and all the way up into your chest. As you fill up all the way. And as you exhale, empty out your lungs all the way down to your belly as you pull your belly button back towards your spine. Start to connect deeply with that breath, which will flow deeply and freely throughout your practice today. And if you notice that your mind is wandering or gets caught back up in expectations of what you think your practice should look like or be like, again, just remember to just show up as you are. If you need to take a break, take a break. So just keep coming back to your breath. Just be mindful as we move one breath at a time, one pose at a time. Good. Lift your arms up overhead, palms to touch. And then exhale, bring your hands to your forehead and your heart. If there is a word or intention for your practice today, I just invite that word in with an inhale breath and an exhale breath. Good. We'll start to move a bit here. So opening up the arms nice and wide. And then exhale, hug your right arm underneath your left. You can drop your chin into your chest, or you can come into eagle arms, forearm, palm to palm. If you have the eagle bind here, press the elbows in towards one another. Draw the shoulders back as you lift the chest. If you're here, hugging for your shoulders, shoulder blades, dropping your chin into your chest. You can just stay there, just pulling open the shoulders, creating that avenue of space leading to your heart. One last deep breath in and out here. Good. Open up your arms nice and wide to a giant T. And then exhale, left arm underneath your right, hugging once again for your shoulders, dropping your chin into your chest, or taking the eagle bind, forearm, palm to palm, dropping the shoulders back. 3 cycles of breath here, in and out. And again, if you'd like to inhale that word, exhaling that word, whatever word it is that you're meditating on for your practice today, or just simply noticing your breathing, partnering with it, and observing your body within this posture. Good. Unwind the arms, lift them up high to the sky. And then interlace the first 3 fingertips, or first 3 fingers, and the index finger is going to stretch high to the sky. So you're reaching up through the index finger from your hip crease to your armpit is lifting up as your shoulders draw back, biceps by the ears. Good. Take a giant breath in and up as you lengthen up high, and then exhale over to the left side. Continue to plant down through that right hip. Inhale back up to center, and then exhale will take you over to the right side. Good. So you're just going to tick-tock from side to side a bit. Again, creating space in your chest. Maybe that chin draws up to the sky. Good. Next time you come over to the left side, drop your left hand and reach up and over towards that side. Continue to plug down that right hip as you draw the shoulder back. Once again, if you want to peek up. Inhale, lift both arms back high to the sky, palms to touch, and then exhale, dropping that right arm down, left arm stretches up and over to the side. Feeling all of that space in your side body as you breathe in, breathe out, deep full breath. Inhale lifts you up, exhale over to the side. So from side to side, you can move with your inhale and your exhale. So this is mindful movement, meditation. Feeling sensation. Going at the pace of your own breath, inhale and exhale. Good. Bringing both hands back up to the sky and then exhale back to your forehead. As a reminder, your word back to your heart. Inhale, deep breath in. And exhale, deep breath out. Good. Placing your hands on your knees. Just start to move through your neck a little bit, moving through any little kinks or knots. Good. Let the head rest right over top of the shoulders. Press forward on your inhale and then exhale over to the right side. So taking these circles with the spine, continue to be rooted and grounded through your sit bones. If your shoulders, if your neck wants to move a little bit, you can get a little bit more movement in the top half of the body. And take those circles to the other side. Good. Head rest right over top of shoulders, right over top of your hips. Take a deep breath in as you reach up through your fingertips and palms. Come together once again. Exhale to your forehead and your heart. Good. Release your hands towards the front, and you can move through your feet, uncross your feet. However you get there, we're going to come to all fours. Good. So as you're in all fours, you're going to stack your shoulders right over top of your wrists. And your hips over top of your knees as we gently start to move through cat-cow, dropping the belly, lifting the chest as you inhale. And then exhale breath, pulling back belly button to spine, tuck the tailbone and head. Moving through at your own pace here. Once again, inhaling, rolling open, and exhale to pull back. Again, if you're going at a different pace than me, then go ahead and follow your own breath wave. Just as long as it's deep and full breath in and out. You're not holding your breath. Good. And come into a neutral spine. I'm going to walk my hands forward. Take your right leg back, up off the mat. Kick back through your heel. And then exhale, take your right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, kick it back long. And then exhale, right knee to your nose. Inhale, kick it back long. Let's do one last. round of that. So exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, kick it long. And then exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it long. So you can stay here, or you can press into that right hand and reach that left arm forward towards the front of the mat. Continue to pull the belly up, lengthening out through the fingertips. So that left fingertip is stretching high to the sky. Really stretch out through those fingertips as you lengthen from your middle finger all the way back to the heel. Pull the belly up. And just show up for yourself here. Good. Lifting the limbs a little bit high to the sky in the next inhale breath, and then exhale back down to all fours. Good. Switch sides. Taking that left foot up off the mat. Kick back through the heel, point the toes down. And then exhale, left knee, left elbow. Kick it back long. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it back long. Another time, exhale, over to the elbow. Kicking it back long. And then exhale, knee to nose. Kick it back long. Stay there. Continue to press into those hands. Engage the belly. Or you can press into the left hand and stretch that right arm forward. That right thumb is stretching up towards the sky. Continue to kick back through your heel. Point the toes down. And find as much space and length as you can from your fingertip all the way back to the back heel. A little arch in your spine as you lift the limbs up. One last and final breath here as you inhale, lift the limbs higher, and then exhale back down. Open up your knees, take your hips back to your heels, and find your way into child's pose to reset. Find your breath. Deep, full breath in and out. Good, so always coming back to that breath sensation, or again, that thought seed word that you planted in the beginning of your practice. We're going to find our way back up to all fours, our tabletop pose. Stretching your right leg back once again. And then you're going to shift your weight into the left hand. And then take that left foot out towards the side. Come onto your left hand, and then take that right arm up. Good. So you're kicking out through the heel once again. You can either look up to the side or down. Continue to press that standing arm into the mat. You can stay here, or you can reach back as you take that right heel back towards your glute. You can grab the outside edge of that foot, and then press the back of the foot into the hand to open up the chest. Feel that opening in your chest. Continue to suck that air down deep as you breathe in and out. Good. Release the foot, release the hand, and then pivot back towards the front. Good. Switch sides as you kick out through that left leg. Pivot onto your right hand as you pivot that right foot. Left arm draws up. Good. So you're staying here, breathing deep, searching for space and length. Really engage the back of the leg. And then again, if you want to open up the shoulder, you can reach back as you kick that heel back towards your glutes. Press the back of the foot into the hand to open up the chest. Again, looking up, down, or to the side. One last final breath in and out here. Release the foot, release the hand, and then come on back to the mat. Good. Sink back, hips to heels. Back into child's pose. This time, flip your palms up towards the sky. Open and close your hands. Take a little break with your wrists. Maybe move through your wrists. Once again, if your mind is wandering, just gently bring it back to what you're doing right now in the present moment, which is breathing, sensing, feeling any sensation that's happening in this pose. Good. Find your way back into all fours, your tabletop. Tucking your toes, lifting your hips up for our first down dog. Pressing the heels back. You want to shake your head out, bring some movement into this posture. And then eventually settle yourself here in your first down dog, just for a couple sips of breath. So mindful movements mean sometimes we are staying here just a little bit longer and going from one to the next. So just really feeling, really sensing, seeing where you can create some space, seeing where you can let go. And make it more so about your mind than the posture. What is your mind doing in the pose? The pose is only just meant to see what our mind's going to do, how we're going to react. Good. Take one last final deep breath in here. Rise up high onto your toes and then shift forward. Find your way into plank. Good. From plank here, we can stay or drop down to your knees. So you choose what's going to be best for you in plank, whether your knees are off the mat or on the mat. Again, you're still engaging with that deep, full breath in and out. No pose lasts forever, so we're going to shift forward wherever you're at and then slowly lower down, elbows at your sides. Good. Keep your hands where they're at, tops of the feet pressed down, and then rise up into a low or a high cobra. Good. And then slowly make your way back down. Let's do that a few more rounds as we inhale, press up. Shoulders draw back. Good. And then make your way back down. Again, it can be low or high as you come up on the last inhale. And we're going to stay here for 5 sips of breath. So if you do come up into your elbows, like strong, just straightening out the arms as best as you can. Or maybe, again, you're just hovering off the mat. And you can even take the hands off the mat, keeping your elbows tucked in at your sides. We're just here for a few more sips of breath. So soften your jaw. Soften your glutes. As your shoulders draw back, maybe take a peek up. And then exhale slowly back down. Good. Draw your arms at your sides and take your right cheek to the mat and just pause there. Feel your heartbeat. Good. From here, slide your hands forward towards the front of the mat. Bring your chin to the mat. Exhale all the air out. And when you inhale, rise up as you stretch those hands towards the front. You're going to flip your thumbs up towards the sky. Your biceps are by your ears. You can stay there or you can lift the feet up behind you. Not easy, but definitely worth it. No expectation of this pose. Just show up exactly where you are at today. One last final breath in, maybe a little bit more arch in the spine as you lift the limbs up. And then exhale as you come back down, hands underneath the shoulders, pressing yourself up on an inhale breath to low cobra. Shoulders draw back, and then exhale back down. Good. Tucking your toes, pressing yourself up through table or plank into down dog. Good. Take another few sips of breath here in down dog. Engaging those arms. Continue to spiral the hips up towards the sky as you press back through the heels. Steady your breath. Breath is deep and free. In through the nose, out through the nose. Mindful movements. If you need to drop down onto your knees, taking child's pose, Please listen to your body. Good. We're going to move through a few rounds of sun salutation. So bending the knees, stepping or hopping forward towards the front. When you get there, lift up halfway. And then exhale back down into a forward fold. Draw breath in and up as your arms reach high to the sky. Bring your hands to your forehead, just reminded of that word or that intention back to your heart. Good. Inhale those arms up. As you exhale, hinge from your hips as you come back down. Inhale halfway as you peek forward. And as you exhale, plant your hands, step back into plank. Dropping down to your knees or keeping your knees elevated as you lower down slow. Press in and up, lower high cobra. And then exhale slowly back down into your down dog through plank or tabletop. Take a deep breath in when you get there. And then on your exhale, bend your knees, step or hop towards the front. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach your arms high. Exhale, back through your forehead and your heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale halfway. And step back to plank. Lower down in control. Inhale lifts you up. Maybe you're ready for up dog. Come up to the tops of the feet. And then exhale back into down dog. Giant sip of breath in and out here. Good. Slight bend in your knees. Step or hop forward. Inhale lifts you up halfway. And exhale back down. Press into your left foot. And take your right foot up off the mat behind you. It's called standing on one leg. There's no competition. You don't have to jam yourself any further. Just listening to your body and gently moving from that place in between too much and not enough. Just that sweet spot. You're searching for that sweet spot. Continue to take your right leg up behind you as you plant in through that standing leg. Good. From here, slowly start to walk those hands up. A little bend in your left leg. And then start to bring your hands to your heart as you bring your chest up, parallel with the mat. Good. So you're kicking back through that heel. And now you're finding space from the top of your head back to that heel. It may be stretching your arms open wide to fly. Squeezing those shoulders back as you stretch nice and long through the fingertips. Deep breath in and out, supporting and sustaining this posture. From here, take that right knee through and hug it into your chest. Good. So here's where it gets interesting. This is brand new. This is brand new. So we're going to take our hands to our hips. And we're going to kick that leg out to the side. Bruce Lee. Ooh, bring it back. Those are some muscles that we've probably never felt before. We're going to cross that leg over into a figure four. Bring your hands to your heart and slowly start to sit down. Squat into those hips as you lift up into the chest. It takes a lot of focus This is meditation. This is being present. This is you not thinking about all the other things that may be waiting for you outside. Good. When you're ready, slowly start to straighten up. Release the leg, reach the arms up overhead, and then exhale to dive forward. Good. Inhale, halfway lift when you get there as you peek forward. And exhale, slowly back down. Press into your right foot. Take your left foot up off the mat. You guessed it. We're going to do the whole thing on this side. So again, standing on one leg. Finding that sweet spot. That place between too much and not enough. And not judging ourselves if it's not any further up than what we thought it would ever go. Just showing up for yourself exactly where you're at today. If you can, continue to just tuck that chin in. Engage your core a little bit as you pull the belly back. Now start to walk those hands forward, slight little bend in that standing leg. And then bring your hands to your heart as you slowly start to bring yourself up. Now you're going to really start to feel that standing leg. You're going to really have to start activating that deep, full breath to support and sustain this posture as you open up those arms, squeezing the shoulders back, breathing in, breathing out. Little lift in your chest. And then bring that knee through as you hug it in. Nice. Hands to your hips. Bruce Lee, we're going to kick that leg out. So the heel, whew, not easy. And bring it back. Cross it over. Figure four. Pull that knee back in space. Hands to your heart. Gently start to bend that standing leg as you sit down. Now you decide how far down you want to go. As long as you're able to support and sustain your breathing. Non-reactive in the mind. Good. Slowly start to come on up. Release the leg, release the arms, reach up. Deep breath in. And exhale, open arms, flat spine. Come on down. Good. Next inhale lifts you up halfway as you peek forward. And then as you step back, take your way through that little yogi push-up or just walk yourself into down dog. Come back to home base, down dog, or child's pose. For a few sips of breath to reset. Your breath is still with you. Good. One last deep, full breath in and out here. Good. Take your right leg, stretch it high to the sky in your inhale. And then exhale, knee to nose. Step it through to the front. Press in, arms rise up overhead to come into your crescent lunge. So those back toes are facing forward. You might have a little bend in that back leg, or you can straighten it out. That front knee is over top of your ankle or behind it. Biceps are by your ears, and you're stretching those arms up high to the sky. Really pressing into that front foot to give you an anchor. Good. We're going to slowly start to lift the arms up, lift the eyes up, and lean back as you look up. Good. Hands drop all the way back down. Good. Drop down that back knee. Top of the foot releases. Walk the right foot over to the right side. Both hands come to the inside. And we're going to sink down into your hip. Deep into the hip. You can stay here. You can drop down into your forearms if you'd like, or a couple blocks is a good idea as well. Come onto the outer edge of your foot if you'd like to rock a little bit from side to side. Being mindful, being present of the moment, exactly where you're at. Treating the practice more so like a exercise for your mind instead of your body, but we're just using our body to move us into some challenging poses to see how our mind reacts. That's the meditation, to stay calm, to stay focused, to stay present. Good. Slowly start to come back up. Heel ball toe that foot towards the center. Tucking your back toes, your knee's going to come up. Good. So we're going to take that right foot back to meet the left and come onto the outer edge of your left foot. Now you can take your right foot if you want to and bend the knee, stamp it in front of you for a modified version. Both feet can come back. Or if you want to come into wild thing, you're going to bend that top foot and plant it behind you and lift the hips up. So there's many options. These are all different. You choose. One last final breath as we search for a little bit more space here. And then come on back to all fours. Lower down to your belly. Inhale to rise up, lower high cobra. And then exhale, slowly back down into your child's pose. Do what you need with your hands. You can flip them up, you can keep them down, or in prayer overhead. As a reminder of that word, that intention, or that focus, feel your breath moving. Good. One last deep breath in and out here. And come on back to down dog. Left leg is going to reach up high to the sky on your inhale. Exhale, bend your knee to your nose. Plant the foot. And then inhale, rise up, arms overhead. And just settle in here. Options. You can drop down your knee. You can have your knee up but slightly bent. You can straighten it out. You can bring your hands to your heart if your shoulders need a break. So just pick and choose. Soften your jaw, soften your shoulders, creating that resiliency, that calm muscle. Good. If you want, you can start to begin to lift up and back towards the back of the mat as you look up. And exhaling all the way back down. Good. Dropping down your knee now. Top of the foot releases. Walk your left foot over to the left side. Both hands come to the inside, coming into lizard's lunge. So you're dropping deep into the hips. So just be mindful that you don't go too far. Pain is It's not no pain, no gain. We don't want pain. We want a little bit of sensation. It may be uncomfortable, but we're going to learn how to breathe through it. If it is painful, come up out of the pose. No one is forcing you to stay. Enjoying this moment here for another breath or two. Good. Slowly walk your way back up. Heel ball toe that left foot towards the center as you frame out your foot. Tuck your back toes, knee comes up. Once again, if you want to modify this side plank, you can just heel ball toe that left foot out to the side, coming onto the right outer edge of that foot. So this knee is going to be bent, your left foot, and your right leg is straight. Or you can take both feet together, stretching up. Or once again, you can bend that top leg, plant it behind you, and lift your hips up. Continue to search for space and length. Breath deep and full. Slowly come on back as you lower down slow. Inhale into your lower high cobra. And exhale slowly back down into child's pose. Knees open. Head resting down to the mat. Filling up your belly and your chest. Coming back to that anchor word. Good. So we're going to start to move again if you would like to move on. That's the beauty of yoga. You don't have to. If you're enjoying that position, that posture, then there may be something there for you. If you'd like to move on, we're going to find our way back into that down dog, which we've been in a few times already today. So you might be a little bit warmer at this point. Feeling those arms strengthen and lengthen. Feeling the head shake free. And your chest is just reaching towards your inner thighs as your heels press back. Creating space and length in your body for your breath to move really easily and freely. Good. Once again, taking your right leg high to the sky. This time, bend your knees, stack your hips. So your right heel is moving towards your left hip. And your right knee is moving up towards the sky as your shoulders are continuing to square off towards the front. Good. Now straighten that right leg and take it through right knee, right wrist as we settle into pigeon pose. So you're going to drop that left foot down and scooch that left leg back. If you need to, roll up a blanket, place it underneath your right hip. Go ahead and do that for a little bit more support. Placing your hands into the mat beside you as you press in and up. Your shoulders draw back. And then slowly walk your hands forward. Come on down to your forearms or your forehead. Now, another option for pigeon is to come to your back. Both knees are bent. And straighten that right leg and cross your right heel over your left knee. tugging your left knee in. Same pose, just a different variation. Yoga meeting you where you're at. Slowly begin to rise up. Tucking the back toes, knee comes up. If you're on your back, you can just switch sides. And if you're here, you can just find your way back into down dog. We will move through the left side. So the left leg is going to stretch up high, bend the knees, stack the hips, find your three-legged dog. Taking that left knee up towards the sky, left heel towards your right hip. Good. And now bring that left knee through to your left wrist, square your hips off, and lengthen that right leg back. Inhale lifts you up, shoulders draw back, and then crawl those hands forward towards the front. And just here to explore, searching for any sweet spots. Put your music here. Sorry about that. All right, everyone, come back up, tucking your back toes. Coming back into our last and final down dog is hips reach up, heels press low. One last farewell. Inhale and exhale as you shift forward. Find your way to plank and lower all the way down to your belly. Good. When you get there, tops of the feet release. Your arms come back, right cheek to the mat as you pause. Relax, even your jaw. Good. Coming into a little back bend here. Take your chin to the mat. And then your palms down. Exhale all the air out. As we inhale to rise up once again into that back bend, stretching the hands back. Or you can interlace them right above your glutes. Taking the feet off the mat. Or if you'd like, bending the knees, reaching back, grabbing for the outer edge of the feet to press the limbs up into bow. Lifting your body up for one final inhale breath. And exhale to lower down nice and slow. Opposite cheek to the mat as you rest and pause there. Good. From here, hands open up wide to a giant T. bending your left leg, roll over to your right side, planting your left foot. Again, your arms are still open, and this is a giant twist. As you're twisting and squeezing out the belly, it's kind of like a gentle massage for your internal organs. So you get to decide if it's going to be a deep tissue massage or if it's going to be something nice and gentle. Finding your way back to your belly. Bending your right leg, rolling over to the left side. Planting that foot, knee is going to be facing up towards the sky. Both arms are still open wide to a T. 3 deep breaths here, in and out. And find your way back onto your belly. Hands underneath your shoulders. Press up. Find your way to your tabletop. And scoot yourself forward onto your butt. Good. We're going to come towards the front, taking the soles of the feet together. Knees butterfly open. Interlace your hands underneath your toes. Draw the knees down as the top of the head rises up. Deep breath in and up. And exhale as you fold up and over the toes. Now that might not be what's happening exactly up and over the toes, but we're going to try to continue to lift forward so we're not totally collapsing in the spine. Keeping your elbows in at your sides, or you can take them onto the outsides of the shins. Breathing a nice deep full breath into your back. Slowly make your way back up, hugging your knees in. And we're going to bring our hands back by our hips. And then shifting back our weight into our hands as you bend the elbows. Flex the feet. Slowly start to take the heels off the mat. Stay there, or you can reach your hands forward towards the front. Continue to press the inner thighs together. Even if maybe you have a block, you can place a block in between the inner thighs and just squeeze that block. Really engaging. And you can even take your hands here if you're feeling like you need a little bit more support. Another option is to straighten the legs out. So again, just meet yourself where you're at today, where you're at in this moment. And just use the pose as an opportunity to see if you can keep your mind calm, free of reaction, comparison, and judgment. Last and final breath in and out. And then hands to your knees as you come on back to your back. And you hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. You're going to feel a nice little release in your lower spine. And again, that gentle massage on your belly as you hug the knees in and exhale out. Arms open wide, palms flipped up. Take the knees over to the right side as you look to the left. Or keeping your eyes closed to minimize distraction. And continue to take your gaze inward, practicing just being present, strengthening that calm muscle inside of your mind. One last deep breath in and out here. Good. Knees come up through the center and over to the opposite side. Continue to draw your shoulders down, heavy on the mat. Light in your face. Good. Come back to the center. Stretch your legs up high to the sky, resting your arms at your sides. Flex and point through your feet. Maybe bending the knees. Any organic movement with your legs just to get out any kinks or any knots in your legs. I know I'm hearing a lot of noises, crunches coming out of my knees and my ankles. So there you go. Good. You're going to bend your knees and wrap your hands behind your knees. So this is kind of like a modified happy baby. Grabbing one hand around your wrist, so maybe left hand around your right wrist, and pulling your knees in towards your side body, flexing your feet. Like I said, this is modified version of happy baby. If you want to, you can gently sway and rock from side to side. If that feels really good and you want to continue to stay there, you can. Otherwise, if you want to move into happy baby, you can reach for the inside soles of the feet, drawing the knees down a little bit further. Maybe again that rock from side to side. Continue to lengthen your tailbone out towards the front of the mat, tucking the chin in. Good. Bringing the knees back into your chest. Forehead comes to your knees as you squeeze. And then dropping the heels down, hips distance apart. Good. Creating a bridge with our body. We're going to press our hands in at our sides as we gently press the feet in and lift the hips up. Now, a couple options here as well is you can continue to keep your hands down, or you can flip them up or interlace them underneath you. Roll the shoulders underneath you so your chest is lifted high, and begin to engage the legs as you press the feet in. Allow that breath to be deep and full from your belly to your chest once again, and back out. And begin to release hips back down to the mat. Heel ball, toe the feet together. Gently open the knees. Right hand to your belly, left hand to your heart. Deep breath wave in and out. Using your breath as a point of meditation to keep you present, to keep you connected, engaged with the present moment. Or again, that thought seed, that word. And maybe you want to just inhale and exhale out. Take one last deep breath in with me as you fill up belly and all the way into your chest. Exhaling out through the mouth when you're ready. Good. Bringing your knees back together and stretching the legs out long. If there's any other movement that your body needs, go ahead and do that. If you're ready to just slip into the stillness and get your body comfortable and warm. There's a reason we do movement before meditation, and it's because we need to kind of work through all those things in our body. To get still sometimes. So we're just going to drop into some stillness together. This moment in time where we get to practice meditation. You can allow your breath to come into a natural rhythm. If there's any thoughts coming up in your mind, you can just notice them. You don't have to create a story by them, and keep coming back to where you're at right now in this moment. If you have time to stay a little bit longer, you can. If you are inside of these four walls, we're probably going to have to get moving a little bit, unless you're staying here for class tomorrow, in which case I'll just lock up. So start to move through your limbs, not forgetting what you gained here on your practice today, allowing it to move you through the rest of your day. A little bit more peace of mind, a little bit more lighthearted. Coming up when you're ready. Awesome. Bringing your hands up overhead, palms to touch, and then exhale once again, hands to your forehead, blessing you with peace of mind as you leave here today, and hands to your heart. Healthy, happy heart. Have a beautiful and blessed rest of your evening, everyone. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much. That's good. That's good. Namaste. Bye.